And we are back and well underway here with the Women's Youth Quad B Final. Currently, our leaders are in lane 4. That is Founders out of Dallas, Texas. They have clear water on the rest of the field for the first 3 minutes or so of this race. Now with Maritime being the other crew that is looking to break away from the very tight field that we have here otherwise happening. About 4 boats have been hanging together in the pack for the first 1,000 behind our leaders, Founders. But it is Maritime now having taken about a half a length lead over the rest of the field. But first, out on the course are in Lane 2, South Eugene. Lane 3, Long Beach Juniors. Lane 4, Founders. Lane 5, Seattle Preparatory School. In Lane 6, Episcopal School of Dallas. And in Lane 7, Maritime. And just in the time that I've taken to poll the crews, breakaways have changed again.
Yeah, one of the things I've been noticing, because there's very proficient rowing going on, even in this B final, look at the top of the screen, South Eugene, and look at how much they use their bodies in that boat. And they're all matched, so they're doing it all together, but look how much they move their bodies back and forth relative to some of these other crews. Particularly, I was looking at Maritime, that stays pretty upright at the finish of the stroke, meaning where the blades come out of the water so that the athletes can move back up the seat to the top, the catch, and then take another stroke. So these are the types of things that you start to watch more and more rowing, you start to pick up on. And there is no one style that is recognized as the best style. It just comes down, quite frankly, to how can you make sure that the physics of the boat are making you go the fastest that you possibly can, given your personnel. And you would see it even at the Olympic level. There's all kinds of different styles of rowing. But at the end of the day, it's how fast you move the boat. Right now, that boat that is moving fast is Founders. They continue to maintain this lead out in front of the rest of the field by open water. And then it is that boat from South Eugene, from Long Beach, that has brought it to level with Maritime. Maritime was sitting in second place for quite a while. So it's tightening up behind Founders right now. As they come through 1,500 meters, you're going to see there that the boat from Maritime is just slightly ahead of Long Beach. Long Beach just slightly ahead of the boat from Seattle Prep, who's then just slightly ahead of Episcopal School of Dallas. So we've got 2 boats from Dallas, Texas in this race, but it's Founders that is leading.
And that lead that Founders had, they did find themselves with some open water in that third 500, but Maritime is cut back into that to regain overlap as they get ready to enter the last 500 meters. But still, Long Beach Juniors over there moving quite well through the last 500 meters or so to keep themselves in the race, keep them with an edge over Seattle Preparatory School on the lane just to this side of our leaders, Founders. Founders still, they're out there in lane 4, still out there with the lead. In lane 4 with the lead, with those blue blades. You can still see them out there, and they are about to wind it up for their sprint as they get into the red buoys, which mark the 250 meters to go. And as they do that, you can just see that Long Beach continues to move, and they want a piece of it too. So Maritime and Long Beach, they're potentially going to find themselves in the position where they're going to come down to a photo finish here in this B final. But it is Founders who found the lead early. They found the lead early on, and they are going to keep that lead, at least as far as it looks from where we sit here in the tower, barring any changes from here in the last 10 strokes or less.
Yeah, but I think throughout the commentary, as I was looking at Long Beach using those bodies, it was not South Eugene, and it's Long Beach using the bodies effectively. They are going to finish, it looks like, just a half a length behind, maybe a photo finish with Maritime for second and third place, just behind Founders, who's going to win the B final of the women's quad. And so it's going to be Founders, then a photo finish between Long Beach and the boat from Maritime, who will finish ahead there of Seattle Prep, then Episcopal School of Dallas, and South Eugene in that order. That was the Women's Youth Quad B final. And the next race that we're going to see is another 4-rower race without a coxswain. It'll be the men's coxless 4s.